Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to one of the final chapters, if not the final chapter of our House of the Dragon series. I am freezing to death. It is incredibly cold right now, but I have tea, so everything is fine. But we're playing as the Mother of Dragons, Daenerys Stormborn Targaryen, Khaleesi, what? But yes, we will be going through the adventure of Daenerys Targaryen and eventually returning to reclaim our birthright. The Red Comet has led us to Karth as you pass through the immense and elegantly painted walls that serve as one of the 9 wonders of the world. You can't help but gaze at the bones of those who have been denied entry. Sheltered by fucking... what's his face? I'm not pronouncing that name. Fine, I will. I'll try. Zario Zon Daxus. Fuck you. Quickly discovered that the politics at Karth are a danger all of its own, but danger will not stop the dragon. By burning what's-his-face, you laid claim to your birthright of fire and blood. The usurper is dead, Westeros is shattered, and you long for home. And soon you will return to cast down the usurper's dogs and unite the 7 kingdoms once more. You go, girl. I'm the rightful queen. Daenerys' crown, 500 prestige. So yeah, Daenerys gets a bunch of RP events that pop up, and that's basically what we'll go through. There are some alternate choices that we can pick that I believe can lead us to Pentos and joining up with Aegon earlier than usual, but we will follow the book canon story of Daenerys and see where it takes us. In the City of Splendors, you find the House of the Undying to be the least splendid of all. You behold a grey and ancient ruin without towers or windows, its crumbling form coiled like a serpent through a grove of black-barked trees, bearing inky blue leaves. Your companions echo your hesitation, urging you not to enter. But you are a strong and independent woman, and you don't need no caution. Queen Daenerys must enter alone, said the totally trustworthy individual. Take my arm, and let me lead you. I am no child, said the 15-year-old girl. Shade of evening. You make your way through the darkened grove and are presented with a crystal glass filled with thick blue liquid. Shade of the evening, the wine of warlocks. You gulp down the potion, as you do, and the warlocks speak. You are reminded of every taste you have ever known, and none of them. Within, you will see many things that disturb you. Visions of loveliness and visions of horror. Wonders and terror. Sights and sounds of days gone by and days to come and days that never were. If you value your soul, take care, and do just as I tell you. Take the door to your right. Each time, the door to your right. If you should come across a stairwell, climb. Never go down. And never take any door but the first to your right. I'm a strong and independent woman, and I don't need you telling me what to do. I'll do as I want, thank you very much. Within the walls, you hear a faint scurrying and the scampering of rats. You heed the warlock's advice and choose the rightmost door 3 times, each leading you to a room identical to the one before. It's clear you are in the presence of sorcery. Did he say go to the room on the right or the room to the left? Fuck you, I do what I want. I choose the door on the left. You emerge into a long, dim, high-ceilinged hall. Along the right hand is a row of torches, burning with smoky orange light. But the only doors are to your left, and not all of them are closed. You tell yourself not to look, but the temptations are too strong. In one room you see a direwolf, bearing an iron crown, perched atop a dune of sand. He howls triumphantly beneath the blazing sun. The gleaming corpse of a golden lion speared beneath him. His eyes follow you with contempt as you continue down the hall. Only a stairwell down marks the end of the passage, and still, the only doors are to your left. Find yourself in yet another room. The floor seems to move slowly under your feet, as if it were trying to trip you. You are gripped by a sudden sense of desperation. Want nothing more than to be done with this house of horrors, but still, 3 doors lie before you, and like a bitch, I will take the door on my left. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. You emerge once more into a long, dim, high-ceilinged hall. Same things before. The temptation to look. The first room you come across reveals a horde of ebon-skinned warriors marching across blood-stained sands. Pale-skinned lords slaughter each other over their petty feuds, oblivious to the danger. Their leader stands triumphantly upon a bluff, marking the edge of the desert, his gaze fixed firmly to the north. As his head, dressed of brilliantly coloured feathers, blowing magnificently in the wind, the terrifying sight spurns you onward. Oh shit, I dropped my tea. Fucking Christ. Ah, that's everywhere. Ah, it's all over my mouse. Oh god. The visions! The visions didn't warn me of this! No! Fuck, that wasn't scripted. I dropped my fucking mug, and I caught it midway as it was going down, then it splashed fucking everywhere. Cut! Fucking edit it, post! Okay. That was all part of the plan. That was all fake, ladies and gentlemen. I scripted that. Yep, definitely scripted that. Where was I? I completely forget where I was. I'm going to assume we're finished with this one. The terrifying presence spurs you onward. The only stairwell down marks the end of your passage. And still, the only doors to your left. I should not have gone to the left. Left is bad, okay? Yeah, my fucking mouse mat is now just half covered in tea. It's great. It's now officially British. First door on the left. Every time, go to my left, because that has led me so well so far. I know this is the wrong way, by the way. I just want to see what the prophecies give me. You know you not have the strength to look away, you steel yourself for the vision to come. The scene behind the open door reveals a shimmering white wall, topped with a handful of black-garbed sentinels. Suddenly, an ear-piercing shriek fills the air, and the wall begins to crack and shatter. Enormous sheets of ice slide off the wall in waves, as this once magnificent wonder crumbles into the earth. A horde of savages over the ruins, a great black horn borne on their back. You continue onward towards the stairwell at the end of the passage. You enter the stairwell, beginning to climb. Quickly, Danny, go down. He said to go up. It's a trick. I'm going to hold tightly to my tea this time. Before long, your legs are aching. Strangely, you recall that the House of the Undying One seemed to have no towers. To your right, a set of wooden doors are thrown open, fashioned of weirwood and ebony. The black and white patterns swirl and intertwine into strange designs, very beautiful, yet somehow frightening. The dragon must not be afraid. Pass through a narrow door into a chamber awash with gloom. A long stone tablet fills the room. Above it floats a human heart, swollen and blue with corruption, yet still alive. Every beat is a deep, ponderous throb of sound, each pulse sending out a wave of indigo light. The figures around the table no more than blue shadows. As you walk to the empty chair in front of them, they do not stir, speak, nor turn to face you. Mother of Dragons, comes a voice, part whisper and part moan. You find it difficult to summon the will to speak. You notice suddenly that none of them are breathing. Could it be that the Undying Ones are dead? We live, whispered the answer, thin as a mouse's whisker. And no, I have come for the gift of truth! Also, I need more tea. The three heads of the dragon, chorus yammers inside your skull. Mother of dragons, child of storm, the whispers begin a swirling song. 3 fires must you light, one for life and one for death and one for love. Your own heart beats in unison to the one that floats before you. 3 mounts must you ride, one to bed and one to dread and one to love. The voices grow louder and your heart seems to slow, even your breath. 3 treasons will you know, one for blood and one for gold and one for love. Help me, show me. Shadows whirl and dance inside a tent, boneless and terrible. A little girl runs barefoot towards a house with a red door. A mere man's Durgech streaks in the flames. I believe that's the witch that burned Khal Drogo, though I could be mistaken. A dragon bursting from her brow. Behind a silver horse, the corpse of a naked man bounces and drags. A tall lord with copper skin and silver hair stands beneath the banner of a fiery stallion. A burning city behind him. Suddenly, black wings buffet around your head. I'm just reminded there of, there was a World of Warcraft raid mechanic that was called Wing Buffet, and my raid leader would consistently call it Wing Buffet, and he genuinely thought that he was pronouncing that correctly. Anyway, around your head, and suddenly the visions are gone, ripped away. Your gasp turns to horror as you spy the Undying all around you, blue and cold, whispering as they reach for you. All the strength leaves your limbs and you cannot move. You feel a hand on your breast. Teeth find the soft skin of your throat. A mouth descends on one eye, sucking, biting. Dracarys. Indigo turns to orange and whispers turn to screams. Perched above you, Drogon spreads his wings and tears at a terrible dark heart, ripping the rotten flesh to ribbons. His head snaps forward, fire flying open from his jaws, bright and hot. You can hear the shrieks of the Undying as they burn, their high, thin, papery voices crying out in a tongue long thought dead. The whole room is ablaze by the time you reach the door and call your dragon. When you spill out into the sun, the bright light makes you stumble. Looking behind you, you see the tendrils of smoke forcing their way through the cracks in the ancient stone walls of the Palace of Dust. Howling curses, the warlock draws a knife and dances towards you, when suddenly you hear the crack of Drogo's whip. Never was a sound so sweet. The Undying are dead, burned to ash by Drogon's flames. Your tiny Khalasar celebrates your victory by braiding your hair with a silver bell, but this victory is not without cost. The caffeine are outraged, and their faction's rulers unite to demand your exile from their city. Your host pleads with you to flee with him to the Jade Sea, but you refuse and he angrily sends you away. With your last friend in Karth, and friend no longer, you hurry to the docks where Ser Jorah Mormont has been searching for ships. Ships you find, but allies also. A huge urchin and his aged squire, Arstan, who emerged to save you from an assassin. They explain that they have been sent by your old friend Illyrio. Illyrio? The guy from Pentos that's secretly fucking harboring Blackfire intent. He is here with 3 ships to take us home. At least the ships don't smell like cheese. I changed my mind. I accept the offer. I can stay behind and marry this. As much as he is a looker and likes the D, we'll go with the ships, I think. Slavers Bay. 3 ships speed you to Pentos and promise of aid, but your experiences in Karth have soured you to accepting charity. You will not be a beggar queen. Dragons do not beg. You will take what is yours with fire and blood, but first you need an army. As you consider your options in your cabin, Jorah approaches you and, confessing love, attempts a kiss. Much as you care for him, you do not desire, and spurn his clumsy advance. Keen to keep on subject, Jorah tells you of a place where armies might be purchased. Astapor, home to the Unsullied, the finest soldiers in the world. At night, your thoughts whirl as you question yourself. Leadership is lonely, and you begin to miss Drogo intently. At least you have your loyal handmaidens to comfort you. Fucking great part of the book, that, ladies and gentlemen, is when Daenerys Targaryen gets fingered by her... Wait, is that before or after Astapor? I don't remember. At some point, she gets fingered by one of her Dothraki... Yeah, it is before Astapor. She gets fingered. I'm going to say that word repeatedly just to freak you out. She experiences the carnal pleasures of a woman's hand. Is that better or worse than me saying fingered? She gets some action in a boat before Slavers Bay from one of her Dothraki maidens. Or servants, or whatever you want to call them. She turns down Jorah, who's all hairy and shit, and then prefers to spend the night with the handmaidens. I can understand that. I too would turn down Jorah and spend the night with the handmaidens instead. Anyway, it is good to be Khaleesi. It is known to Astapor. Yeah, this chick. This chick fingers me. Is a sentence that I never thought I would say. The good masters of Astapor... Astapor? Fuck it. Astapor. The good masters of Astapor are rude, arrogant, and cruel. It was probably a clue in the name, sweetie. Beyond measure. But their Unsullied are formidable, as the story of their training is heartbreaking. Particularly troubling is the tale of how they prove they can kill. For every soldier represents a murdered child. You begin to question using such men to reclaim your throne. Unsullied are also very expensive. Haggling for a pretty young interpreter, you hide your knowledge of the Yashkaski tongue? I can never fucking say that right. You hide the knowledge of their native tongue, and you finally propose a trade that shocks your advisors, every Unsullied they have, in exchange for a dragon. The slavers accept your term, though they demand the largest of the dragons. In turn, you ask for the interpreter as a gift, and they lazily waive assent. You soon free the girl, and ask her to tell you all she knows of Astapor. Yeah, Missandei's like 10, by the way, in the books. Also, Dany starts off at like 15, so the fingering thing in the boat is kind of really fucking creepy. And was really creepy to read for the first time, I assure you of that. Really fucking creepy. Anyway, my mind is set. You have agreed to deal with the Great Masters for an army of Unsullied, including the boys in training, in exchange for your ships, your goods, and Drogon, the biggest and healthiest of your dragons. You are now at the Plaza of Punishment, lovely name, to execute the deal. Your company has been brought the goods and a caged Drogon before the Master and the rest of the good Masters, while the Masters hand over the Harpy's fingers, the whip symbolizing that you now own the Unsullied force. This deal does not quite work for me. Dracarys. And you murder them all. The sack of Astapor. A dragon is no slave, and Drogon refused to serve the good Masters, burning them to death upon your command. You, however, did receive the Unsullied, and now you have 3 dragons and an army fighting the slavers of Astapor. The city is barely garrisoned and is easily taken. You liberate Astapor, the good masters have been killed, and now you control the city. Your former slaves look at you as their new master, calling you mother. Now you are to move on in your journey, yet before you can leave Astapor, you must leave someone to govern the city. I shall leave a council to rule, which will go absolutely fucking terribly. I leave Astapor and march towards Yunkai, another famous slaver city. The Yunkai command a significant force of slaves and soldiers, mercenaries, among them the Stormcrows and the Second Sons. The city is made of yellow bricks, crumbling walls, and a tall, steeped pyramid. Their emblem is flying over the city, a harpy-like creature as far as you can tell. Yunkai is also known for training bed slaves, not warriors. For you are the wise masters and the captains of the mercenaries, come to parley with you. They offer you much coin to leave the city alone and be on your way. No, I will free the slaves. I'm a strong and independent woman. I do what I want. You're ready to begin the battle for Yunkai. However, Dario Naharis of the Stormcrows was enthralled by your beauty. She's 15, dude. How old are you again? Yeah, again. Weird. The 36-year-old is enthralled by the 15-year-old girl's beauty. I'm getting demonetized. He killed the two captains, blah, blah, blah. My sword is yours, my life is yours, my love is yours. Okay. My blood, my body, my songs, you own them all. I live and die at your command, fair queen. Your men are most welcome. I bear the blood of King Ares, the Mad King. Sure, let's do Fire Obsessed, that will go well. Oh god. You've stopped playing by the stupid rules of others. Okay, I'm Fire Obsessed and Ruthless. This is a good combination. Holy shit. Nice work, Jorah. Jesus fucking Christ, man. We have tidings from Yunkai, where Sir Jorah and the Wise Master met as enemies in a duel. They fought each other fiercely, but Sir Jorah prevailed in the end, forcing the Wise Master to yield, and realizing that one of my sleeves of my jumper is soaked in tea. Bollocks. I'm not making this shit up. None of this was planned. My fucking entire sleeve jacket is fucking just soaked in shit. Betrayal. The entire Yunkish army is defeated. I now turn my attention to Meereen, the last of the great slave cities. As large as Astapor and Yunkai combined, with high walls. They may try everything they can to stop me, burn their fields and poison their wells, but I shall not be defeated so easily as I am the dragon! I was shocked when Arstan revealed himself to be Barristan Selmy, who served on my father's and the usurper's Kingsguard. He told me of Jorah's betrayal. He's been sending reports on me to Varys and King's Landing, and they have both betrayed me and my family, but I have no wish to kill them either. I could send them on a covert suicide mission into Meereen, and hopefully they shall not return. My dragons. Barristan, you shall lead the forces alongside Great One, and go straight for go straight for Meereen. Danny, baby, I need you to not rename. I need you to stop shagging the girl and like tame the dragon. Aegon Targaryen invades. A young silver-haired man has landed in Westeros, claiming to be Aegon the Sixth. Trueborn son of Rhaegar Targaryen, blah 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 blah. Aegon is dead, he's a mama's dragon. I was warned of this by the Warlocks. The Warlocks have warned me of this. He is fake news. Queen of Meereen. I have finally taken control of the last great slaver city. Meereen has fallen to me and I now rule from its great pyramid. This fucking, my desk is still sticky. Fuck's sake. However, whilst I am learning to rule, my dragons have grown restless and wild, killing the livestock of my people. The dragons love, they'll do that. I have imprisoned them, because that's a brilliant fucking idea. Yet my Unsullied could not capture Drogon, and now he has disappeared. He's probably pissed at you. His mother's trying to chain him up like a fucking common slave. How many times have you said dragons aren't a slave, but you chained them up in a pyramid, you stupid bitch? I'm also informed that some of the former slavers' families have formed a group called the Sons of the Harpy, and attacking my people in the night, painting warnings in blood, threatening death to those who serve me. Many slave cities have rallied with the Yunkai to bring me down, and they have hired many sellsword legions and numerous allies, and now march on Astapor to undo all that I have done. How's Westeros doing? Joffrey is beating the shit out of fake Aegon. The North is also getting its ass beat, and Joffrey is beating the shit out of Stannis. It's the worst timeline, ladies and gentlemen. And Euron Greyjoy is attacking the north. It's definitely the worst timeline. But where is Jorah? After their slaughter of the free men of Astapor, the armies of Yunkai have gathered outside the coloured brick wall of Meereen. Besides them stands the legions of New Gis, fighting men from across Slaver's Bay. Only the Lafarine have answered our call for aid, whilst the second sons and their captain have betrayed us. I thought him an ally. I thought wrong. I will let my dragons devour him. Zarya has arrived from Karth, pleading that I leave Slaver's Bay. And to entice me to do so, he has offered me up 13 warships. Perhaps it is time I leave Slaver's Bay. Westeros will solidify if I don't act quickly. But I cannot leave my children to die. My phone alarm is going off and I don't know where my phone is. Why must you do this as I'm recording? Well, don't worry, we'll edit all of that crap out in post. I was spared the Yunkai before, I will not make the mistake again. The deaths of freedmen and unsullied continue to grow nightly, and the several former slave women have been raped by the sons of the Harpy before having their throats slit open. I had taken the children of several Meereen families of dubious loyalty as cupbearers in name, but hostages in truth, in hopes that they would stop the killing. The killings only continue, though. Kill the hostages. So Daenerys just murdered a bunch of fucking people. The son's son. Quentin. Another freeman died last night. The sons of the Harpy strike again. The damned guerrilla fighters will destroy my army for attrition, if nothing else. Not even the hostages I have taken have made them stop. That's because you killed them. Meereen Priestess put the plan in place to stop the killings, however, it would seem the wisest course of action. But Quentin Martell now stands before me, speaking of a pact Willem Darry made with the Martells after the death of Rhaegar. I can't let my soldiers die, but the Martells are staunch allies to the Targaryens. Both of these choices are undesirable, for Dario holds the key to my heart. The 40-year-old man holds... Okay. But Aegon the Unlikely married for love, and the whole realm bled for it. What can I do? We'll stick with canon, ladies and gentlemen. We will stick with canon. Dany told the Martell dude to fuck off, essentially, so we'll tell him to fuck off. The games begin. My husband, of convenience, has won me the peace of the Yunkish, but I've been forced to cease my wars of liberation, such as I can protect my children and reclaim my birthright from the usurper's line. The gladiatorial game is held in celebration of my wedding. My husband presses upon me a dish of fried locust, a local delicacy. The bloodshed has robbed me of my appetite, however. Interestingly, there's a theory about these locusts, by the way, that they're actually poisoned. Somebody else eats the locusts instead, and I'm pretty sure the locusts were poisoned. So if Dany had eaten these, she'd have died. I'm pretty sure that's the case. As the afternoon draws on, the pit floor is soaked by the blood of beasts and men. After one particularly gruesome spectacle, I am tempted to leave. But with a cry, a winged monstrosity comes crashing down upon the sands. My Drogon. Many attempt to kill him, but I shall not allow them to rob me of my child. Running out into the sand, I wonder, will he know me? Will these men listen? I am the blood of the dragon. Drogon has carried me to his lair in the bleak Dothraki Sea. I must return to my children, to Meereen. Wandering through the plains, I come across a stream and trip. I feel so ill, bleeding between my legs. Oh dear. It has been so long. To go north, I must journey south. To reach the west, I must go east. To go forward, I must go back. And to touch the light, I must pass beneath the shadow. Khal Drogo. I must eat. How long has it been? Ahead, I spy a Dothraki scout. Drogon, I cry. To me, the great black beast swoops low and reaches both rider and horse in a blaze of dark flame. I love the fact that the dragons in the book have, like, coloured fire and shit. It's cool. They never do that in the show. The regency of Queen Daenerys of Meereen has ended. I return to Meereen upon Drogon's back. Khalasar, no, my Khalasar, close behind. With their aid, I shall wipe the slavers from this land and take back my birthright. Bert stands accused of my attempted murder, and worse yet, the sweet fool Quentin Martell has unleashed 2 of my dragons, burning to death in the process. Breaking the chains. They call themselves the Wise Masters. I call them fools for defying me. I return to Meereen with Drogon and my new Khalasar and crush the Yunkai host. Despite my victory, the Yunkai remain the greatest threat to my freemen, so now I prepare to march upon that accursed place, then on to Astapor, and any of the other cities that refuse to bend the knee and break the chains. I will not rest until the East is liberated, for they call me mother, and it is my duty to free them. After considering your demands, we have found that we leave us no choice. Slavery is hereby outlawed in the Kingdom of Dugis. We trust this will satisfy you, and that you will leave our lands unmolested. Volantis would be the next obvious choice, technically speaking. Yeah, see, Mir has joined Volantis, and Tyrosh has joined Volantis, and Karth has also joined Volantis. Kraken and the Dark Flame. A fleet has pulled into my harbour, bringing news from Westeros, news of war and betrayal. Its captain, a man by the name of Victorian Greyjoy, you won't know him if you haven't read the books, because HBO cut his entire storyline, because they suck. He has come offering me passage back to Westeros, and a means to control my wild dragons if I will give him my hand in marriage. I'm not marrying Victorian. No, he is not a fit consort. The Mage. A man by the name of Mora the Mage has arrived in Meereen. He is an archmaester of the Citadel, short and stout, with enormous hands, a thick chest, blah blah blah. After hearing of dragons, he has travelled here to offer you his services. That is his rig, rog, mask, made of Valyrian steel, suggests he knows of magic, but he's also offering a precious gift of us candle. So I have a mage. Victorian, angry that you have spurred him, has used a magic horn to tame one of your wild dragons before quickly sailing off into the night. He stole one of my fucking dragons? That cock-sucking little twat! One day I will meet him and burn him. Holy fucking shit, I did not know he could do that. Hopefully I don't lose too much shit to attrition going through all this. Faith Militant has been restored by King Lufa of the Iron Throne, question mark? King Joffrey, son of the Stranger, died under mysterious circumstances. His kid now rules, who's the straight up Lannister. What the fuck is going on in Westeros? Speaking of Westeros, the wall has fallen. And the fucking, the demons are coming. Yeah, I don't know where the hell Volantis' armies are. I kind of thought maybe they would, like, sail over here. But I don't see them anywhere. Final crossroads. Slavers haunt Slavers Bay no more. My unsullied Khalasar and the dragons have made sure of that. The free men adore me. The old blood fear me. And all of Essos listens when I speak. By improving a fair and just ruler... Okay, Danny. Didn't you murder a bunch of kids that were hostile? And all of Essos listens when I speak. Yeah. My counselors are wise, and the cities are prosperous and at peace. Slightly singed, but at peace. But when this land is not my home, Viserys always told me that Westeros was the dragon's only home, and that one day he would return with an army. My brother is long dead. The 7 kingdoms are contested, their armies at war, and their people afraid. I could return to Westeros and bring peace, or I could remain here and forge a new empire, free of shackles. How is Westeros faring, actually? They're currently doing a King Lufa's War for the Dawn. King Lufa is Joffrey's kid. The Riverlands is controlled by Tyrek Lannister. The Riverrun is controlled by the Velaryons. What happened to the Tullys? Hoster Tully had his guts dragged out by Joffrey. The Reach is still controlled by them. Dawn is still controlled by Dawn. What the shit? The Stormlands is controlled by Granderson. That is a weird fucking choice. Seaworth has Dragonstone. What happened to Stannis? Stannis was mauled to death by lions on Joffrey's order. How many people did Joffrey kill? What the fuck, man? Oh, shit. He murked Robb as well. Who controls the north? Fucking Barbary Roswell controls the north. The Dustins. The Dustin bitch. And the north, and the winter, like, oh, good lord. Yeah, we're going for the Iron Throne. By birthright, I will sit upon the Iron Throne. And we'll see how many people fucking join me. Should be a lot, to be fair. Yep, Queen Daenerys has declared Queen Daenerys' Stormborn War for the Iron Throne. King Luthor on the Iron Throne. Dany is going to sail these forces straight down Blackwater Bay. I'm going to arrive suddenly and scare the shit out of them. I've still got Archibald, actually. One of the Dornish guys that came with Quentin is still in my army. But yeah, we're gonna land straight at the fucking Red Keep. With my dragon and my full force. And go straight for the Red Keep. The bad news is, my Dothraki lover has died of the flu. The good news is, Celtigar has joined me. So we have the Celtigars with us now. Also, the Bar-Emons from Sharp Point have sided with us also. Nobody else, though. Oh, crap. We're about to be fucked. Well, not necessarily fucked. Actually, we'll probably beat the shit out of them. If I deploy the dragon in the battle... Jesus, it deletes them. Okay. Plus, I have the rest of my forces that have literally just shown up. So, whatever the hell they throw at me, I'm pretty sure I can beat the shit out of all of it. Release all the prisoners, and I can clap the king in chains! Yeah, we've arrived in Westeros, flown down, and imprisoned the Lannister king. Luther Lannister, as well as all Lannisters in King's Landing, should be imprisoned. Again, the 7 kingdoms of the Iron Throne. Yoink. I shall judge his family justly. Okar, you're fine. Jaime Lannister, I don't think Daenerys is going to forgive him. She has no reason to forgive him, and Jaime, he's done nothing to earn the forgiveness. So, yeah, he's dying. I'll kill the boy, because he was king. It could get cruel, and it changes my fear, but I kind of feel like it's poetic justice. Considering the fact that Daenerys is also kind of ruthless and fire-obsessed, I think burning him is probably worth the potential of getting cruel or thingamajig. I didn't get cruel or thingamajig, but it's Poetic justice burning Jaime Lannister at a stake. I'm not my father, I swear, says Daenerys as she cooks Jaime. He is tied to a stake and fire lit beneath him. His screams went for many minutes until he finally died. Whatever happened to Jon Snow? That's a good question. Oh shit. Jon died. Died of the dreaded plague. Fuck. That would have been my thing, like, she could have married Jon, but I think, like, that's basically every other Targaryen dead, right? Did they... I'm assuming Joffrey definitely probably killed Aegon, right? There's no way Aegon's still alive. I never did check on his progress, I just know that Joffrey probably murked him. Actually, we can probably go to Joffrey's... Yeah, here we go. Stoned to death. So, Dany will need to marry someone, I just don't really know who. I can actually kill the Lannisters, by the way. It will upset the rulers of the Trident, but I don't care about that. Because they're all Lannisters anyway, like, fuck them. Yeah, I've married myself to Jaehaerys Valeron, who is Montarius' fucking brother, despite the fact that he's R'hllor. But it's basically the best option I have, pretty much. I guess the Riswells are just, like, in charge of the North now permanently, or something. Fuck you, White Walkers. Here you go. And the war for the Dawn is finished! The world is not yet completely safe. Let the singers and bards speak of my name until the end of days. We have won our war against the others, pushing them back to the hearts of winter. Singers shall sing of my deeds as they do the last hero and Azor Ahai. I should counteract some of the terrible reputation I have for being my fucking father's daughter. Okay, guys. Marjorie Tyrell has taken the Reach, which I'm fine with because she likes me. Rest of Westeros is kind of going to shit. My brother-in-law, Velaryon, who controls Riverrun for some reason, is doing a revolt against Ormary, which would make the Westerlands inherit shit. Which I do not like. The Westerlands have ice, by the way, still. But what I can do is I can imprison these dudes for being a leader of a plot. It will make them hate me. It will make them revolt. I can also give Jaehaerys a dragon. So, I'm gonna do that. Dawn has betrayed me. The Reach has betrayed me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Well, it doesn't look like I need... It looks like I need more shit than this now. Why has Dawn betrayed me, of all people? I guess they don't technically have any blood ties to me, and I did kind of murder that one prince, so... Maybe this makes sense. Maybe this makes a little bit... This makes a little bit of sense, maybe. Well, he tried to hatch a dragon. He failed. For the dragon... Jaehaerys must have wanted to prove himself as, like, a Valyrian and stuff, and, like, Valyrians have ridden dragons before, and he just was not fucking good enough. I think Figion just asked me for help taking the Iron Isles there for a second. I wasn't paying attention. Well, we've taken Castle Rock at least, so that's a thing. These stupid Reachmen are about to attack these. Which is not going to go well for them, like, at all. Oh, we'll arrive and beat the shit out of the Tyrells. I also have the bitch imprisoned. Hey, Aerys. The Lord Commander of my Kingsguard captured the Marjorie bitch. Dany just wanted to be a good queen. She saved the world from the undead, and this is how they repay me. The fucking nerve of these people. Oh, sweet mother of God, Dany, no! Dany, no! Don't do it, Dany! Oh, baby, don't do it! No, 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 no. This right here. The war against the Westlands is going in our favor, so it comes as no surprise that Lord Paramount Elwood is suing for peace. This is exactly what fucking happened with Daeron the Young Dragon, and that did not go well. This is a trap, Daenerys. This is a trap. I'm fucking telling you it's a trap. Yep, I fucking told you! I told you it was a trap! It's the Young Dragon all over again! No! No, Dany! You stupid bitch! No! Fuck! Oh god, that's a fucking shitty end. Oh, that's bad. You and your party arrive at the chosen meeting place to discuss peace terms with Lord Paramount Elwood. I knew this was fucking happening. However, before they could be hailed, they sprung an ambush, and arrows flew from every direction, felling much of your bodyguard and retinue. Eventually, Lord Paramount Elwood gets to you and slays you with his own hand. They killed one of my Kingsguard and also killed Waters. And they killed me. It's fucking Jesus Christ, how did they get away with that? I have a dragon, how did they get away with that? Fucking assholes, man. Jesus Christ, that's just so crap. Oh, that's so bad. The fucking Lannisters end the war with treachery. I can't believe you've done this. I'm never going to financially recover. I'm speechless. The second it came up saying that peace meeting and a treaty and stuff, I was like, yeah, we're so fucking dead. We're so fucking dead, man. We are so fucking dead. And just like that, House Targaryen dies. Daenerys Targaryen, the last dragon, is betrayed at a peace summit by a Lannister. Well, yep. I guess that's it, lads. A great council was probably called, or the Iron Throne's disbanded. Meereen left alive, so the Baratheons could be reinstated, or the Lannisters take the throne or something, but the last dragon is murdered at a fucking peace summit, despite the fact that she has a dragon! Okay. I thank you for watching, lads, but we're dead. That's it. That's it. Just roll the credits. For those of you wondering, apparently House Valyrian takes over the Iron Throne once Daenerys is fucking murdered, slayed in cold blood by Lord Paramount Elwood of the Westerlands. Queen Daenerys foolishly accepted my invitation and arrived at the agreed meeting point with her retinue. This is when we sprang our ambush, sending a hail of arrows and attacking with swords. I eventually got to her and slayed her with my own hand. Good, but bad. Fucking the last Targaryen is murdered in cold blood. She must have landed on her dragon and just blindly trusted that her Kingsguard would keep her safe. And now the future of the realms falls to House Valyrian, I guess.
This war is far from